Adrian Jr. of STE Outdoors. As you can see, I'm currently being swarmed by bugs. But in today's video, you're gonna see me travel through Idaho and some of its rural towns. I'm gonna be camping in a rural area surrounded by a lot of wildlife. You're gonna see us attempt to spot and stalk wolves and bears in the high country where we get stuck and have to get saved. We're gonna explore an old fish hatchery that has stocked over 150 million fish and visit the Great Salt Lakes in northern Utah on my way home. Now let's get this video started. I'm tired of these bugs.
A lot of people that aren't from the Vegas area, they're like, Sin City. What are you guys, sinners? Vegas, its nickname is Sin City. This is it right here. Take a look.
It's SINCITY is why we have our antlers like that.
We are on a mission. We're going up to Idaho to link up with another YouTuber that invited Adrian out.
Yeah, so we're gonna meet up with Jim Harmer with Backfire. We all got invited out to Texas by Burris Optics and Tikka Rifles to go out there and shoot like a sniper school with them. Welcome to Texas. Burris Optics actually invited me out to the FTW ranch out here near San Antonio, Texas. The goal of this trip is to make myself a better shooter and everybody else in our group. We're gonna be being trained by retired Navy SEAL snipers, by retired Delta guys, and on top of that, there's gonna be a lot of world-class shooters that shoot a lot of competitions anyways. This is my room right here. Take a look at this.
Morning.
Morning.
Got your water all set?
Oh yeah.
Got to film this. Bam! All the way to the top. Don't cut this short.
What's the rating out of 10?
I'd say that's a 9.5. I did get a little string of lemon in there, which is just, I'll see it floating. Unacceptable.
We're gonna be shooting the Tikka T3X matched with the Burris Optics XTR. I'll tell you guys what, that combo is absolutely deadly. Pretty precise bubble right there.
It is.
0.0.
This one's been through some battles, but it's a machinist's angle finder. As we tighten these rings down, we're going to see that the scope is going to tilt down too. So
wobble a little
torque sequencing is really important on your rings. Don't leave me in the dust.
Could we close these bolts out for the ride?
We can. I don't know if it really matters.
All right, it's mission don't crash.
Don't stall it.
Don't stall?
Embarrass myself.
Oh yeah, they're all stick shift.
Yep.
As soon as your gun hits the rock, your time will start.
Okay.
10, 9, 8, 7, impact, 6, 5, 4, impact. Good shooting. Unload, show clear.
Well, 4 for 4 so far.
Wow.
Adrian. 5, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good job.
It's probably super windy, but that was awesome. That was some good shooting. Good shooting, man.
Too, buddy. Nice work.
Yeah, that was fun. All right, one heck of a time. Everyone shot super good. I don't know how well you can hear me with this wind. Everyone shot fantastic. Thumbs up, 10 out of 10 experience for sure. We just shot a bunch of those competitions out there. I've got to say, I'm genuinely impressed. Jim from Backfire.
Hey, how are you guys?
So you're in St. George, not too far away. We're gonna actually get together and do a lot more content, hopefully soon.
Yeah, I'd love to.
So to the people who aren't familiar, what's the style content that you post?
It's bolt action guns. I mean, we're shooting long range, just talking about hunting. Sometimes we'll do stuff talking about, different cartridges and things for hunting. We've reviewed over 50 hunting rifles. I also own a range up in St. George, so we can shoot out to a mile. We're doing a lot of challenges, put people in hunting situations and see how they do. So it's been really fun. I'd love to have you shoot one.
I'll definitely have to. And what's funny is I'm a big fan of your channel. I've seen a lot of your videos before, and when I was looking at the list and saw your name on there, I was like, oh, okay, it'd be pretty cool to meet you finally. So
Yeah, well, I know your channel too.
yeah, so this has been a very cool experience. We're gonna get together soon, and other than that, man, awesome shooting. It was fun.
Good times.
Yeah. We were right there talking for a while, talking YouTube and hunting stories and everything, and then he said, you know what, I got a bear tag coming up in 2 weeks, and if you can make it happen, we'd like to have you come up. So it just so happens that Idaho has a disabled veterans program where there's cheaper tags for disabled vets, and as you guys know, senior here,
You only have to be 40%. Most guys that went to combat and stuff make 40% pretty easy.
so it's cheaper tags, and it'll be a cool experience. We've always thought it'd be awesome to go out and chase some bears, so we're taking them up on the offer. We're gonna stop by some cool spots, explore, and obviously the bear's the bonus, and we'll see if we can get that done. But we're on the road. Quick stop in St. George, Utah. We're getting hungry. Where are we eating?
Chick-fil-A is pretty good, huh? Alright, thank you. Alright, let's get out of here. Let me get a t-shirt that says that. Let's get out of here.
That's your signature saying, let's get out of here.
Yep.
What do you got? Fries?
Those fries are pretty good.
I think we officially found Senior's dream city. We're driving and saw a sign for Beaver, Utah.
I better not see any more beavers.
With our luck, another beaver's gonna end up in our camp out there in Idaho and cut down a tree right on our tent. Salt Lake City, Utah, passing through.
No. Idaho.
We've made it to Pocatello, Idaho. This is gonna be where we're stopping. We still got a few hour drive in the morning to get out to our hunting spot. This is one of my first times in Idaho, and first experiences. The weather's nice and cool up here still at night. What's the gas prices looking like out here?
$3.22, not bad.
$3.22. So Vegas was about what, $3.60, $3.70?
Yeah. And this area looks pretty good. You know, you're not sure what you're getting into when you go to a town you don't know. But this one looks really clean.
85 again, 85 or 87?
Oh,
87.
True. Come on.
357. No, that's where they get you.
God, I'm again. There's only good thing you told me. I almost hit the 85. I usually go visit Fresno, or when I go to Tucson or places like that, I'm watching my back, you know, looking around. Not sure what neighborhood to go into, but here, everything looks good and clean and crisp. We're all good. So we come out and the truck's gone.
Well, I was thinking about it. We should have parked it overnight without gas in case someone wanted to steal it. No gas in it? We'll leave it.
We're 10 miles to east, so they wouldn't have got far.
We're going to go ahead and get a hotel room. We still got about 4 to 5 hours of driving. We knocked out 8 hours today. 8 hours straight without stopping but once for a burger. So it's going to feel nice to get a couple hours of rest, wake up real early in the morning, and get on the road. So we're gonna go find us a hotel right now.
That's right. We never got out of the car in 8 hours.
Yeah.
We stopped to get food, but it was in a drive-thru.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Seriously, 8 hours of not getting out of the car. So I stepped out right now and almost just face planting. You know, my legs didn't even work. So we're gonna clean the windshields right now too. I was gonna grab a cleaner, but I noticed that they give you the long sticks out here. You can clean the whole thing by yourself. That's pretty sweet.
Usually like Flying J's do and stuff like that. Yeah.
For the truckers?
Yeah.
I guess I'll hit the one corner he couldn't reach here. It's a lot harder to clean a windshield with one hand than you might expect when we're trying to do it. Let's get this bad boy down.
We're only gonna stay 5 hours, so I better be cheap.
We're looking for the cheapest one here because for 5 hours of sleeping, I don't need no luxury. We usually sleep on the back of the truck right here with a pad.
If you ain't sleeping in the back of your truck in 40-degree weather with coyotes howling all night long and mosquitoes biting your face off, then where the hell you at?
This is kind of a big city with a big highway. We don't want to sleep next to that big of a highway on the side of the road. So, all right, we found the hotel, Super 8. It's a little more expensive than we were hoping. A little over $100 for the night, but what can we do? We're already here. Smell test again. The light switches are here. I was walking around looking for those. There's some cool art right there. Look at those cool pictures right behind the beds. Probably have somewhere out here in Idaho. We're gonna get a couple hours of sleep before we gotta hit the road for a few more hours tomorrow. So catch you guys in the morning.
Early morning wake up. We literally pulled over just to get like 4 hours of good sleep.
We're all ready now, and it's time to hit the road. Truck hasn't done that in a while.
And it's also so somebody doesn't steal our truck, though. What the heck?
Oh, wait.
None of the doors unlock you.
The back doors don't unlock also, so.
Good from thieves, I think.
I think you dropped your muffin, or I did. We don't want to forget that.
We made a quick stop. Aiden wants to get some pronghorn on film. They're way out there. Now they're running from us. We're out here in the middle of nowhere. He's getting the zoom camera going. Those are pronghorn. They're the second fastest animal on earth behind the cheetah. Pronghorn, they run. I mean, I've seen them run super fast. I saw one jump over a road before. Their defense mechanism is just running. And there's tags that you can get in Nevada. Actually, Adrian and Juju drew a pronghorn tag. So we will be pronghorn hunting, right?
Yeah, we got two pronghorn tags this year.
Yep. So that's awesome. 2 pronghorn tags. We also got 2 cow elk tags and some mule deer tags. But you guys will hear more about that as those seasons come. We got lucky this year. We've been skunked for like a few years in a row, but we got lucky. So many dead elk. Dang, that stinks. Whew.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of dead elk on the road lately.
That's like 10 or 15 dead elk we've seen in the last couple of days.
Yeah, there's a ton of them getting hit around here. Look, we're literally driving down the road, and there's just pronghorn standing next to it. There was literally people I went to high school with in Las Vegas that have never left the Vegas Valley and have never seen a deer in their life, and stuff like that. So, America's one of the last places in the world where you could truly just come out here and see vast open lands for miles and miles and miles with nobody on it. And what's the beautiful part about America too is that this is our public lands. All of this belongs to me as much as it does you. Isn't that crazy?
This land is my land. This land is your land. How does the song go? I don't remember. But yeah, this land, we own it. We can pull over and sleep here for 30 days in a tent. It's amazing. A lot of people don't know that, but we're able to come out and use it. There's creeks out here for fishing. There's hunting. There's camping. Everything you can imagine out here. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So then another part that's crazy, what we're going to say is we just drove by a little tiny town. And a lot of people can't comprehend how small some of these towns are we drive through. And if you've seen a video of ours called The Loneliest Road in America, Highway 50 through Nevada, you've seen that we've passed through towns that have population like 130 people and stuff. And all in these rural parts of America that exist today. You know, true small country towns where these people are still kind of living off the land in a way, I guess you could say.
City of Lador. This is a tiny little city. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner depot. It's funny, the speed limits out here are 80 miles an hour, and then this is the first time I've seen it slow down to like 35.
Hunting, fishing supplies.
Oh yeah, it looks closed down for years.
Yep.
So this is what the city of Salmon looks like. That was a TikTok a girl said, I hate when people say Salmon. So salmon. This is one of the most beautiful towns I've seen, honestly. The weather's cool. The houses are just, there's some beautiful ranches out here. Got the Fizz Factory. So we're going to their fishing game, and we're gonna see if they have any tags available. The Salmon River, I wonder how good the fishing is in there.
I think I read somewhere that every year the salmon end their migration to come spawn here. It's about a 900-mile trip for the salmon to make it to Salmon, Idaho.
Wow.
That was a mule deer buck right in the middle of town right there. They're barely starting to grow their horns. If you guys don't know, deer every year shed their antlers, so they fall off and they grow them new. So that buck right there was just starting to grow a new set of antlers.
Regional Office of Idaho. We'll take it.
In case I need any info.
I would yell, but the cops might come running out. All right, I feel like a little gazelle that's been walking for about 30 minutes.
The legs are barely working. We're over here wobbling on our way here. 11 hours is no joke.
Man, it's close.
Okay, it's close. Oh man, look at all their mounts here.
That's cool.
It's a white tail, bighorn.
I was wondering if I could do the over-the-counter bear tag. We drove all the way from Vegas for it.
Just about bears up here.
Yeah, that's our first time.
Right.
Wow, that's a good buck. I like how they mount these right here. It's like a carpet, like a rug bird mount.
It looks bigger than the bear.
Yeah. That's a big line too. So all of these mounts that they have here were seized by poachers.
I would actually like that better than a full mount.
Yeah. But that's a humongous wolf right there. Jeez, it's hard to believe. I don't think that's a very big bear, but it's just trippy that the wolf is bigger than the bear.
Tag in hand. It's showtime. Wolf or bear cross my path, I'm pulling over and
You know what's super trippy though is how big that wolf was.
I can't believe the size of that thing.
You don't realize how big they are till you actually kind of stand by a mount like that.
Yeah.
Incredible. So now we got a couple more hours yet again. Another few hours of a drive to get to the hunting spot. And then that's where we're gonna go ahead and start hunting for wolves and bears. So let's try to get it done. Just bought a bunch more ice. Great shop here, by the way. Great people running it. Had a great experience. So what would you be more excited for, you think, a bear or a wolf? A wolf?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Are amazing. They're out here and they're killing a bunch of the elk. They just kill elk and just leave them. So the numbers got out of control. They actually want them, you know, the numbers down. So if we can, we'll help them with that.
We're coming up in the bear country.
Our truck likes to overheat when we go really steep, so we'll stop every 15 minutes or so. But what a nice view.
We finally made it. We survived.
We're here. This is some rough country. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful out here though. I think we're gonna kick our tent up right here somewhere, and this is gonna be home for the next couple days.
This is it. We got a latrino.
That's all we need. That's all we need. So we're gonna kick up a tent and wait for the guys. I guess everybody else we were out here to meet's probably out hunting right now. We brought a big tent this time.
Yeah. We didn't think they were gonna be really roughing it, so we didn't take the one that we took to Havasu. We brought a bigger one.
Yeah, we weren't sure what these guys were gonna bring, if they're gonna bring a whole lot of stuff, so we brought everything like we're on a weeks-long hunt. Yeah. Our whole truck's jam-packed full of stuff, but hey, we even brought some Mexican food.
Yep. We got it on the way out, going on a trip, so we're gonna take this for the guys, cook up one meal of Mexican food one night.
You know what I was thinking, when we're cooking up that Mexican food, we're gonna have a bear come run into camp. Alrighty, there's the tent. So Senior had to bring the good old trusty bucket restroom, always just in case.
Well, I mean, you never know. It's probably easier to just take a squat, but You never know what we're dealing with. You guys know we are the rural forces. Can you see that? Rural forces. You guys go buy up these shirts, ruralforces.com, because I want to go get more designs and stuff made. So I need to sell out of those. You know how it goes. So if you guys want them, Rural Forces, the last defense. This is what it comes down to right here. Being able to survive. If it hits the fan, anything happens, just being able to come out here, get your own game, and just survive. Catch and cook, do what you got to do. How's that first bug? First bug attack. What are we? I don't know what this thing is. Little green feller bit the heck out of my leg. I don't know what he is. Pew! But out here, I guess the ticks. There's ticks. Ticks on ticks. So we'll see.
Everyone we've heard was saying be prepared. There's a lot of ticks out here in Idaho, so I don't like ticks. So that's why we sprayed all of our clothes in preparation. So from what we've heard, there's a lot of ticks out there in Idaho. So we sprayed out all of our camo because ticks are annoying. So you got to spray the stuff that ticks might climb onto, like your boots, your pants, your shirts, the stuff that's going to be exposed out to the wilderness.
I guess this is tick kryptonite and bugs, so you don't want no problems.
Alright, we just got all of our camo. We're dressed up. We're about to throw on our boots. The guys that we're out here to hunt with, they're out for the night. It seems like probably out hunting, so we're just going to kind of wander around, scout out a little bit. We're going to just find a random spot and spend the afternoon glassing and see if we could turn up a bear. It's kind of hot right now, so I doubt any of them are moving, but as the evening comes in, we might see some stuff starting to move. But we brought out a bigger tent today. This one we can at least stand up in. There it is. We've got our sleeping bags out, cots. That's all of our clothes and stuff. Got our little windows so we get a little breeze in there. We're gonna be sleeping comfortable tonight.
That's called STE Cribs, Sin City Outdoors Cribs. And we want to close this, man, because there's bugs all over the damn place.
Yep.
So we are currently in our hunt. Tag's open. A bear walks out over there. He's gone.
What's crazy about Idaho is they got extreme restrictions on the scopes you could use. There can't be anything fancy in them at all or not. So we literally went with the basic simplistic scope that Burris has, which is their full field. No electronic components. All of our other really fancy scopes and stuff, they all kind of have a little bit of technology in them, and I don't want to even risk it out here in a foreign state and our first time here. So going with the full field.
7 PRC.
We're gonna go ahead and get in the truck, roll out to our next spot, and start glassing. I'll show you guys the whole process when we get there.
Look how beautiful this green spot is. He's looking at the map. We're gonna find a spot where we think bears would be. We've never hunted them, but a lot of animals that don't like interaction with humans, they kind of hide in similar spots, way back in areas where we're gonna have to hike up and glass into valleys and stuff. So while he's doing that, I'll come back here and make some sandwiches. We haven't eaten all day. Real simple. Cheese, more cheese, some ham. This is gonna be so simple. Just meat, mustard, mayonnaise, and the cheese. You got your mayonnaise in there, some Doritos, put them on top. Eating like kings. And you take this and just smash her. There it is. How all those food reviewers do it. They take that first bite and they make it look magnificent. Alright, we're gonna pig out, then we're gonna go find a spot to hunt. We'll see you in a minute.
Well, we already ran into one weird situation. You think you can cross this? That might have gotten the door. Well, we survived.
Did it get on the door or not?
Nope.
We're
good.
We're good.
On times when there's a lot of rain, that has to be unpassable, I'm sure.
Alright, I think we have our first sign of bear. Something got chewed up. That's a horse.
Horse
Yeah, it looks like a horse hoof. We got as high as we can on the top of the mountaintops. The goal is to glass all the valleys, everything around us, and we've been seeing elk and pronghorn, so that's a good sign.
There's a lot of animals out here. Just need the bears to pop out.
Yep. I should have brought the gun. Yeah. This place is beautiful. Very beautiful.
Probably spotted 8 or 9 different herds of elk already. Bunch of young bulls and cows, and we saw a herd of pronghorn, some deer, animals everywhere. Just no bears yet. But this is only one afternoon. We've only been here for a couple hours. Just rolled up on this hill and we've already seen 200-300 animals now. I don't know if we just stumbled across the honey hole or if they're everywhere, but there's literally elk everywhere.
Has to be. Oh my goodness. There's a wolf out here. A chupacabra. God.
We're about to go back to camp right now because we want to get there before it gets dark because these roads are a little bit beat up on the way out. But there is literally animal life everywhere. It's ridiculous how much life's out here in Idaho. We just spooked up a grouse. Actually, he spooked me.
Yeah, and he just cut right and they took away in the bush.
So what's that make so far? We saw like, I think groundhogs, right?
Groundhogs.
It's little squirrels.
Squirrels, grouse, elk, bunch of birds.
And there's a ton of bugs out here. I'll tell you guys what, with a healthy desert comes a healthy population of bees and wasps and spiders.
Coyotes.
Oh yeah, we saw some coyotes.
The coyotes were fluffy. Man, they're fluffy. Big white coyotes. There's a coyote way out there and he picked up a gopher. We were wondering if it was a wolf. I was going to make a play on it. Is it a wolf? What do you think? No. Possible bear.
Oh, it's a horse.
Oh, that's a bear kill.
That's crazy. One thing about hunting out west also is just to get to your hunting spots, you got to drive down some crazy roads. Look at this. You might not be able to tell from the camera perfectly, but if Senior does one bad turn there, we're tumbling about 100 feet down a mountain.
Yeah. We gotta lean to the inside because we're on a tilt. We don't want to tip. There was one video that was funny. It was on TikTok. There was a big rig and it was like teetering over an edge and the guy's hanging on it. And some lady's like, you're not helping it at all. So he jumps off of it and it falls over. Falls over the whole edge. So his body weight of 250 pounds was literally holding it.
Just saw a bald eagle. Pretty cool. He was overlooking this little river right here. And all this green land, probably hunting. Erica's bird right there.
All right, so we talked to the guys. We just got back to camp and they haven't seen a bear yet either, so it's all good. We didn't see one, they didn't see one, so it means we're gonna have to get busy tomorrow. But we're gonna get some firewood, gonna get this party started because man, it's starting to get cold. It drops really quick out here.
It's pretty dumb.
Alright, solid day, first day. No bears yet though. We saw a coyote and a lot of different wildlife out here. This place is very healthy, but we're back at camp. We met up with everybody. It was dark, so we didn't get a chance to film too much. Tomorrow we're going to be filming everything. We're going to be hunting with Jim. We're going to go see if we can get some bears. The group's got 3 bear tags to fill. We'll see if we can get lucky and punch one of ours also. So somebody in this group is getting a bear or a wolf. We're going to call it a night though. It's about 10:30. The sun doesn't go down here until probably like 9:30 at night. It takes a long time. So we're going to call it a night. See you guys in the morning.
All right, we gave it a second chance, but that was already after we got out of bed. You get bit by ticks?
No ticks so far, but early morning wake up. It's not that cold out here, so we don't really like need the heater. We're gonna go ahead and get up, go to a bear spot, meet up with everybody. Hopefully There's a lot of bears roaming around today.
We're going to a different spot. We have the guys behind us, and we're just gonna go get on another mountaintop in Glass. Yeah, you're good. Oh yeah. Oh man, I didn't see that other one. So after the early morning wake up, we're out here driving around, getting to the hunting spot. We're on a very steep mountain, and we're out here with our hunting partners. We got Jim from Backfire.
How's it going?
How you doing? His cameraman.
How's it going, everybody?
Yep.
We asked here, how's it going? Like they're gonna talk. It's like the internet's just gonna like start speaking back.
Put a comment. How's it going? So we're trying to get by. We got the trucks back there, and yeah, we got an issue. I don't know how we did it, but we moved that one.
Who's gonna lift the logs?
Oh, we're good. We got through it. Now I see a lot of snow in our future.
Should have went off to the side.
Do you have a strap?
Yeah.
Alright. We made it, but I see something nasty up here. Oh man. We came a long way up here. And then we hit this. This is about 3 feet deep of snow going off to the edge of this hill. Sometimes you gotta know when to fold them. Ooh.
Oh no. Oh. Uh-oh.
So I'm about to start digging. Well, the second time this truck's ever gotten stuck, it just happened right now. Trying to dig out the tires. Got stuck in this big snowpack right here. Hopefully we can get it out. We will. How come?
Because Dad said, oh, we made it through. He said, easy day.
Ah, that's what it said. You're right.
I do recall saying easy day. That was not smart.
Heck yeah.
Well, getting stuck in snow isn't a whole lot of fun. Look at this. It's just the tires dug in.
Guys, don't show this on camera. The Dodges aren't better than Fords.
No. As they say, teamwork makes the dream work,
That's
right?
right. We got it.
I was getting nervous there for a second.
We could have spent a lot of hours right there.
Yeah.
I told them no showing a ram pull out a Ford on the internet.
Yeah. In one of my videos, we had my Dodge get stuck, my dad's Dodge get stuck, and then a Ford pulling both of us out.
Well, this spot was a bust. It was way back in here, and for now, we're headed back down the hill. Well, we got back to camp, and as we're hanging out, the clouds finally started to come over, and a big gust of wind blew through. And this is Jim's tent, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was rolling with the wind, and everyone had to go grab it before it blew over into that river over there. The wind came through real heavy and almost took out everybody's tents right now. Our tent almost flew over, but we had a bunch of heavy ice chests and stuff in it, so it didn't. But Jim's tent went flying across the canyon, almost ended up in the river. We're going back to Narnia, and Narnia takes a very slim and shady road. We sat here another about hour or so this evening. No bears. Bunch of elk still. And there's the very first tick sighting of the trip right there.
Right when I got comfortable and I was laying down in a comfortable spot in the shade, now we see tick.
It felt like I was just about to take a nap and got named Tick. That's the first tick of the trip right there. Ticks are not fun, so we're gonna look a second, see if we got any more ticks with us. Then probably keep moving around. We hiked up into this spot and it's too hot right now. This has got to be one of the hottest days they've had all year out here. Just so happens to be when we started hunting. The wind came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it did. It's windy. We got about another hour of daylight. We're just up here glassing from a mountaintop. That's all we could do.
We didn't see anything tonight really other than what we've been seeing. Bunch of elk and deer, so we're gonna call it a night. It's already 11 o'clock out here. It's crazy because it doesn't get dark till 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night out in this area. The sun comes up super early also, so we're gonna figure out what time we're gonna wake up, get up early in the morning, and hopefully find some bears.
Tomorrow, bear. For sure. This is the last day of the hunt for us. We're heading out to a spot that we thought looked really juicy. When I'm hunting, I like to be in my spot before the sun even comes up, and you can see it's already bright as day out here, and it's only 6 o'clock, so we kind of mistimed it for these couple days, but we're gonna get out here and see what we can do. Everybody's been hunting low, and we have seriously probably 9 sets of eyeballs hunting, and nobody's seen a bear. And I think that because these roads are so beat up and nobody can get into them, we're just gonna start walking, hiking along these ridge tops. Maybe the bears are back here where nobody can, mess with them. I'm thinking we should hike a mile back into the wilderness.
So we just hiked way back here into this wilderness area looking for a bear or wolves. It's crazy when you start thinking about history, like we always talk about, and the old timers, the old miners and the old cowboys and stuff that used to come out here. The fact that they were able to make the wolf extinct, just that thought in general, is actually very, very surprising. And when you're sitting out here, it's actually quite shocking when you actually can sit here and see the lands that they made these wolves go extinct in. Because wolves got reintroduced here into Idaho. Senior and I were talking about it, and now I can guarantee you wolves will never be re-extinct. Whatever the word would be.
They'll never be killed off in the West Coast anymore.
Yeah, they'll never be killed off again out here in the West Coast because we don't have those kind of people anymore. Back in the day, all the settlers and all the gold miners and everybody coming out here were all living all over the place on horses everywhere. And that's the only way you can truly kill off all the grizzly bears, all the wolves and stuff. So it'll never happen again. Now, one of the problems is out here in Idaho, a lot of people love wolves, right? They love the idea of wolves, and I get it. They're beautiful creatures and stuff. But the problem is that when they reintroduced them here in Idaho, they thought that they can maintain the populations and not let them explode out of hand. And quite the opposite happened. They learned that wolves are really smart and hard to hunt, and that the populations did indeed explode. Some of the guys we were hunting with on this trip said that the elk population back in here used to be, what do you say, like 26,000?
Yeah.
26,000 elk, and now it's down to less than 1,000 in this little bowl right here.
It's 800.
800, he said. So they got out of hand. So Idaho is actually now trying to do as much as they can to get a grasp on the wolf population.
Every year the population doubles, and doubles. And they kill for fun. Imagine where it's going to be at in 10 years. You can only get back there on foot. Never again will somebody go back there 10 miles. We have no business going back there anymore. People are going out there to trap and to find gold and stuff. You're not going to get anybody off their couch to go back there 10 miles now on foot. So the wolves are going to just kill everything out here.
The facts are the facts, and some of the facts are that elk herds and deer herds all decline whenever there's a big pack of wolves around. Well, once again, similar as everything else. Bunch of elk, bunch of deer, and no bears in this area. So we brought some Mexican food, right?
Oh yeah, you guys saw us get that Mexican food. Today's the final day of the hunt. We're gonna go cook it up for the boys back at camp. Go hang out, eat some Mexican food. Hopefully it doesn't mess their stomachs up because they've been living off like MREs and stuff out here. And in the morning we're headed off back to civilization.
Made it back to camp. We're gonna be cooking up some carne asada and chicken, right?
Carne asada.
Carne asada and some chicken.
Yep. That'll be a good treat after being out here for a while and haven't really eaten anything.
Yeah, we haven't really eaten much at all. So we're probably gonna clean this thing a little bit, make sure it's clean, and then start cooking.
Should have brought the pole. This is all the ice melt from top of the hill.
Oh yeah, that water's cold. Started
first try. All right.
Yeah, it's in it, right?
Maybe I should just be hopping them home. That's a fresh one. Well, we didn't see them here, so I thought they're not very sturdy. There it is.
Oh yeah, that's looking good. Look at that stuff.
Just like that.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got a little bit of salsa too. I forgot. I'm gonna bust that out. The taste test. Chewing through an onion. Out of 10.
It's a 10.
10? Really good?
I haven't eaten real good since we've been out here, but it's a 10. Yeah, delicious.
I just did the same thing. What I'm gonna do this time, look at this. Chicken and steak. And we're gonna put a little bit of cheese. There might be a little bit too much meat in there, but you're trying to get full, not over here eat 100 tacos. Bam, bam, bam. Then some salsa. Like putting salsa. There we go. Being out here in the middle of nowhere, can't ask for more than just that. Very simple, but it's a luxury out here. So there we go. We haven't eaten good food in, like Senior was saying, a few days now, so it tastes great. It tastes better than it probably would at home, but for the field, 10 out of 10. But there's chicken, there's a little bit of asada in there. Great. Yep, so last hunt of the evening. Hopefully tonight's the night. I still have not seen a bear, but if we see one, I'll be happy enough. Someone here is gonna shoot a bear tonight. I feel it. So.
I hope so. We've seen hundreds of deer, hundreds of elk, bighorn sheep. You saw even a wolf and no bear. Kind of a weird thing.
Well, we got something for you. This is probably our last day we'll see you on this hunt. So, some turret tags for you. They're quick adjust yardage stickers. You just find your dope, put the sticker where your dope needs to be. So we got 100 yards, 200 yards. If your scope is like the scope eyebrow is a little shorter, so I use the smaller ones.
Idea is just not to be a garage sale.
Yeah.
Like we've seen so many times, I've done it so many times where like the deer's there and you're like pulling out your app trying to figure out what to dial and stuff. It just makes it quick just to know what to dial to.
Oh, awesome, man.
That's awesome.
Well, I appreciate it. We're definitely going to put one of these on our guns. Because what's funny, you mentioned that we were shooting at a rock at 550, and I'm looking at my phone trying to say, like, oh, I think you're going to aim about that high. That'll make it a cakewalk. So, yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're definitely gonna
Thanks for coming, guys. It's been fun hunting with you.
Yeah, we're gonna get a beer right now.
Yeah, just coming out here.
Absolutely.
Even though we didn't see one yet, it's all good.
Yet.
Coming out here.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the key word there.
We're looking all over trying to find Adrian because we just shot a bear. It is right over there. And we're trying to figure out how to get across this creek. We do have a raft, so I'm thinking I could just wade through here to go recover the bear for him and then bring it in the raft across. It's not that bad, but that water is going to be cold. Might be something we have to do in the morning. It's last light here.
And just like that, the tent is gone.
It's all packed up. That tent and everything we just had set up in those little bins and crates, just pick them up, pack them up, and we're gone.
Let's go say bye to Jim and the boys and let's get out of here.
Yep.
Look at this thing. All right, guys.
See ya.
Yeah.
It's good hunting with you.
Really?
Yeah, it was great to see you.
Good to see you.
Looks like all the grass died under your tent. Look at that. Body warmth.
Probably from all the tick spray. Yeah, that's definitely what it is.
Tick spray dripping off.
I was bathing in that stuff, man.
So these guys roughed it. Look at this. Freezing cold out here, and they were living in that just with the cover from the rain. Hardcore. You guys had some good sleeping bags, or you froze last night?
No, my sleeping bag. I love my sleeping bag.
Yeah, you get a nice mummy bag and you'll stay warm no matter what tent you're in.
We call them fart sacks.
Jim, appreciate everything.
Yeah, awesome.
The hunt
Spending
was
some time with you
amazing.
guys. Good time bear camp.
Yeah.
Slow week, but at the end, we got something.
Yeah, overall, good time though. First time in Idaho. Beautiful country out here. I'm gonna have to explore Idaho a little bit more. But awesome, man. Thank you for the invite. No, it's been a great time. Been an awesome time.
Of course, many more hunts to come.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have a lot of his stuff linked down below if you guys want to check it out. But we're gonna start hitting the road here, getting back towards Vegas and seeing what we can find along the way. So
All right,
let's go.
So we actually missed where they got the bear last night because we were splitting up into like 4 different teams. We were all separated. So we got back to camp late. We hunted late, and they told us they had a bear. So we didn't get any footage on the bear. Other than that, man, we had a good time out here. It's not always about the hunt. It was about coming out here camping, meeting these guys, kind of collabing, the friendship that gets created. It will continue into the future and maybe work together.
We finally made it out of the mountains. Quite a little drive out of the mountains, but the scenery has changed dramatically. We went from all the high trees and mountains and stuff to a bunch of flats and farmland now. So we're gonna go swing into a town and hopefully find a burger.
All right, so coming home from northern Idaho, we're passing through a town called Chalice, and surprisingly enough, somebody out here was a fan of our channel.
They're saying, wow, what a small world, you know, the fact that we were filming in Vegas and then he sees us in his hometown here, small town Chalice, Idaho. Beautiful place though, I gotta tell. There's some beautiful land in Idaho.
This is definitely a beautiful state. So gas price is $3.73 for 87. You guys know we always let you know the gas everywhere.
It is a little bit rural out here, so I can see the the price. It's not bad though. I think my theory on gas prices are the further east you go, the cheaper they get, and you just cut a straight line across the country, north to south, and all the prices seem to be similar.
Hey buddy, it's dangerous out here. Get back in there. So we're still in Idaho and we want to stop at this pretty cool looking fish hatchery. Let's go take a look.
When we were driving out of Idaho, we saw a sign that said historic marker. And what it is, it's a historic fish hatchery. It said that this fish hatchery opened up in 1925.
You can fish here, 14 and under. That's cool.
Oh, really?
So they can come here and just catch fish right here.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, there's a ton of fish in there. There's a massive school of trout just sitting right there in the middle. I always like to see places that are doing that for the kids to get, the next generation into the outdoors.
That's cool. There's a brown recluse under the glass. Look at that.
Is that a brown recluse? You sure?
Looks like it. Pretty amazing the conservation that's been taking place.
This is like the outdoorsman's paradise in Idaho. I'm just amazed at this place.
Just cutting real quick to this. From 1925 through 2008, McKay Hatchery has stocked over 150 million fish.
Mackie.
Oh, Mackie.
Yeah, close.
Okay, so I've been saying McKay. It's called Mackie. Mackie Fish Hatchery. This is Caleb, and he actually works here. So what do you guys do inside the building?
So that's our hatch house. That's where we keep the newly hatched out fish before we move them out into the larger raceways. Right now we mostly have Yellowstone cutthroat trout in there. But yeah, that's where we keep the smaller fish before they get put in the bigger raceways to grow them out.
This is pretty crazy out here. I've never been to a fish hatchery and actually explored one. He let us go in there and look at all the new hatchlings, and they got millions of them in there. And you can see some of the fish that they're growing right now. So if you guys are out here fishing in Idaho, odds are that those fish have been raised in these tanks right here.
All right, so Caleb said that they feed these rainbow trout by hand. So he has a bucket full of feed. I wonder if he'll give us some of this stuff so we can go fishing. They're so used to eating this feed.
It's a secret bait.
Yeah, forget power bait. We're gonna ask him for some. We'll grind it up into little balls with flour or something. Oh! These guys are like piranhas. I think that's one of the coolest jobs I've seen. He takes care of all the fish out here, from the time they're an egg all the way to the time where they release them into the wild.
Yeah, you guys remember kokanee, landlocked sockeye salmon? He said they have them somewhere, so I just want to see them.
Oh yeah, the kokanee are covered.
My guess is if these are kokanee or even baby rainbow trout, that they got them covered because they need cooler water and better protection from predators. Being that small, you know, more stuff can probably eat them. What a little random diversion off the highway. We just saw a sign turned, and it turned out to be one of the cooler stops I think we've ever really done. And that's one of the cool things about traveling the country and getting on random road trips in places you've never been, is you never know what you're gonna run into. So back on the highway, off to our next spot.
We're not gonna stop for long, but I do need a burger.
We found a spot to stop.
Do it.
Sammy's.
Sammy's. That's what I want. Big old fish. Oh yeah.
How are you?
That chicken looks delicious.
It's all fresh. Everything's fresh.
So it's not McKay, we've been saying it wrong, it's Mackey.
Mackie.
So Sierra right here told us that the town is called Mackey. We've been saying McKay for like the last hour.
A lot of people do.
So population around here?
400. 408 is the total.
408, wow. And what's there to do around here?
Reservoir is always a good spot. There's camping and fishing, hunting, and then Judy Mine Hill.
Awesome. And Adrian's paying.
Yeah, absolutely. $27.56.
I love these small towns. Everybody's just so nice. Well, yeah, so we just happened to stop in this random place, population 408.
Yeah.
And it was Sammy's.
You know what's cool about all these little towns that are like hunting based and stuff? You walk into a random shop like that and they got all the taxidermy in there. That's really cool. And one thing about traveling the country that I've noticed, a lot of these small towns have super friendly people. It's not like some of the big cities. You get like a lot of disgruntled people that hate their life or hate their job and stuff. And out here, it's just like people are peaceful and happy. It must just be, you know, you're not in the rat race, like bumper to bumper traffic all the time or something. Every once in a while you need something like this to kind of reset you. You know, we were a couple days without phone service at all, cell service, and just hanging out in the woods, chilling, and it kind of resets you. It puts you back to how I feel like humans should be. And now as we move closer and closer and closer to Vegas, the cities get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it just gets you more depressed and depressed the more traffic you hit.
Yeah, I asked my wife what the temperature was in Vegas. She said 107. So we're going to be stuck in traffic in 107 degrees in about 10 hours.
And we've been chilling, and we've been hanging out here in like 60 degree weather. It's been beautiful. So they were telling us that they swear by their fry sauce up here. So we're going to try it right now.
Let's see what's going on here.
We
got onion rings, but we ain't got no fries.
Got the onion rings with it.
It's a different taste. It's pretty good. It's like it has a vinegary taste to it.
We got another one. We got another one.
I don't want to double dip. Yeah, they said it's their town thing.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff. We got some fried chicken. Got some fried pickles. Jalapeno poppers. Onion rings. We're set for the road.
We are ready, and you won't find a McDonald's or anything like that out here. So you rely on these family businesses and stuff. So we like to support them. We like to shout them out. If you guys stop here, go get you some fry sauce and some good chicken.
So we're out here in Idaho, and a lot of people know that Idaho and like Montana and stuff are big areas where the United States government holds nukes. We almost accidentally took this road too far, and there's signs saying it's like they got surveillance looking on these roads and stuff, so we almost drove into a nuclear silo.
Don't worry, I'm a fisherman.
Man, imagine we got locked up for going to a nuclear silo. We would have just disappeared and no one would have known what happened to us. Those of you watching might have thought that I was messing around about the nukes and stuff, but I'm dead serious about it. Look at this. Nuclear reactors. over 50 of them have been built on this plane than anywhere else in the world. So we just got off the road to check out Atomic City #1 out here. Right at the turnoff, there's this big old building. And the locals of Atomic City have given you a stark warning. We they're making a little rhyme for you. Just gonna check this out really quick. Yeah, this definitely was an old bar. You could tell. I could see way back in the day coming back in here and maybe shooting some pool or getting a couple drinks here or whatnot. They got some fridges and everything back in here. Look at this old school microwave. I wonder how long ago it was open.
At this pace, we're never gonna get home. But we're gonna stop over here at Atomic City. We want to see how people are living. You know, we're in the middle of a city and out here in the middle of nowhere, driving for an hour or so off to the side of Atomic City, there's like 15 houses out here. Let's go see what it's all about.
Atomic Motor Raceway. You could tell that this is where they get all those beat up cars and
Crash Derby or something.
Crash Derbyum or whatever it's called. You can see all the crashed cars out there.
The Atomic City Apartments. They look pretty nice. Oh man, there's a dog coming. Let's get out of here. Atomic City Apartments. That was it. This is like half a block and turn around.
When I Googled it, it said the population was 42. These are probably the original bunkers where they were developing atomic energy. Look at those things. Right here behind me could very well be where nuclear energy was invented. Atomic energy was invented. The most powerful source of energy on planet Earth that's known of today was invented right behind us. Pretty insane. Random stop once again. What do you think about that?
I'm thinking when there's 42 population out here and the nearest police officer is about 2 hours drive, we better get out of here. Seriously.
Yeah. We decided to make a stop to somewhere I've always wanted to stop by. The Great Salt Lake in Salt Lake, Utah here. So we're gonna go check it out, see what it's all about. I've heard a story once that the Great Salt Lake, when it was finally found by a mountain man in the early 1800s, the first guy to ever explore it. He actually saw it and I think he tasted the water, said it was extremely salty, so he believed that he had found the ocean. And it turns out it was just a big salty lake. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
You know, and
That makes sense.
yeah, I never understood the story, but now actually seeing the Great Salt Lake with my own eyes, it's big enough of a lake that you can't see the other side. So it's a lot bigger than I always thought it was for some reason. I was reading that the ocean's about 3.5% salinity, and this lake can range from 5% to high 20s in the percentage of salt in this water. So it's extremely salty. There's some really old pictures from the 1800s where there was people swimming in this spot. I don't know if I would ever actually swim out here. It will come out smelling pretty bad. The only other place that I've been to that's like this was a Salton Sea out in California. That one stank too. The floor here is like feels squishy. Whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police. Man, there must be some bad waves out here if they need a boat like that.
Sure there is on these windy days. Man, those waves kicked up all the bugs. Look at that.
God, hey. I'm curious as to why people like boating out here. There was a freshwater lake not too far from here.
This is the first time I've been out here, and honestly, my last. It stinks. It's hot.
It looks like there's a nuclear power plant right there.
Come look at it, enjoy it, smell it, get out of here, and never come back. I mean, I don't know what you do here.
All right, folks. This is Great Salt Lake. Interesting stop. I don't know if I'd ever come back. It's like a one-time experience kind of deal.
I don't know what to think about this. I love lakes, I love water, I love boating and everything, but this just takes away everything. Water's too salty. You can't swim.
No fish.
There's bugs. There's no fish. So I don't belong here. I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I don't belong here. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching the longer content that we've been doing. You guys have been eating it up, and we appreciate it. So thank you.
Yeah, so it's been a fun trip out here in Idaho. It's been a long one too. We're ready to get back home to nice, hot and dry Las Vegas and sleep in my own bed for the first time in quite a while. So in about 6 days plus another trip right before that. So I'm ready to get home, get some good rest. So I'll catch you guys in another video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you outdoors. I don't know what's going on right here on the road, but something's burning up. What in the world is this? Comment down below what's going on right now.